What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. Happy to have all the Sagittarians out there with me here today. We are going to do one of your Lil Sips mini tarot love readings, just taking a temperature check, looking in on the energies, seeing where things are at, what the universe wants you to know about it, and seeing where your person is at. If you're not currently thinking of a specific person, this might not be your message. Also give it time to resonate, though. It may indicate something that you just haven't encountered yet, something maybe that hasn't been manifested into your life yet. Let's see what positive messages we can get from my Sagittarians out there for their best and highest good. That's always my goal, my intention here today. As always, here on YouTube, I do general messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Sagittarians out there. Up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Only take away the messages that resonate, though. You will always be in the driver's seat, but highly encourage you to take away only messages that resonate with you, motivate you, empower you, inspire you, confirm what you were thinking or feeling, something of that sort, okay? If anything feels strange or foreign, push it aside, drop it like it's hot, assume it's going out to someone else, and then maybe down the line it might resonate with you later, okay? Everything else about this video will be down in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook, Instagram.com. If you want to book a personal, check out that box below. Let's hop into your reading, okay? I know there's a slight delay with the camera, so I'm going to push through, but if it delays, we'll just start again, okay? All right. So looking at your person, you may be dealing with a Taurus. Again, that's just small bits of confirmation for some of you. Coming up in their heart space is having an important conversation with you about the kids, about the children. That could even be about the pets. You know, if you have, a kitty or a dog or something like that. Having an important conversation with you about the family. It could be joining families. It could be starting a family. It feels very warm and opening and like inviting you in. It doesn't feel like they're pressuring you. It almost has an element of wanting to tell you a story. So I don't know if they're sharing very personal, deep, I want to say issues, but that doesn't even have to be a negative thing. They're sharing their family history with you or something very personal about their life. You put them at ease. They feel very, like they're able to open up easily around you. So yeah, when they think of you, you bring them peace of mind. They see you as a very spiritual person, someone who's just in tune with, with nature, with the cosmos, with spirituality. There's almost like a parent-like energy in that they feel like they can lean on you for support. You're very nurturing to them. They just feel at ease. And I will say, for those who are not already married to this person, they could picture you as that person. They see you, I'm getting like family portrait. They see you as holding a very important place in their life and almost like occupying a space with them for the long term. So, maybe that's just friendship, but it does seem like, they want to be around your energy. They find it very calming and relaxing. And I want to say there isn't an energy about this that is manipulative or it's not clingy. It's not, it's not emotionally manipulative. It's not like they're trying to trap you, which that energy does frequently come through in your readings. And that makes sense, Sagittarius. You, as a sign, Sagittarians tend to very much value their freedom and their independence. So you do tend to meet people who are like, get the heck here, Sagittarius. Like, I want to make you mine. This doesn't feel like that. There's just like an ease to the relationship here. You might be dealing with an Aquarius as well. I'm going to pause you because the delay is so bad. Sorry, guys. 1 second. All right, Sagittarius, we're back. Hopefully the delay isn't terrible. Bear with me. Obviously, you can just listen to if the video doesn't totally sync up. I think my computer's just tired today. Anyway, so yeah, very positive energy, the way they think about you, the way they feel about you in their heart space. They like to feed you. They like to cook you dinner. They like to take care of you and be able to offer you something back for your kindness. They feel a comfortability with you. And again, it's not comfortable in the sense of settling. It's not. It's almost like they want to settle down with you. That's sort of the impression I get. in their heart, and this could go vice versa. It's not a gender thing, whoever offers what, but in a sense, there's a metaphor of like giving of the ring. So maybe your person might be hoping for a proposal, or vice versa. That could be you, Sagittarius. In which case, it's very positive, because if it's them coming up in that energy, there's the idea of them thinking about making something about the ring finger. Combining your bank accounts. This could also be someone you work with as well. And music box. So I don't know if that means, again, buying a piece of jewelry, or I'm almost getting lullabies on a music box. And if it's not a music box, it may be like one of those crank toys that you would put in like a nursery or a baby's room. So again, this does have an element of like settling down to be a family, or if you are. I'm so sorry, Sagittarius. My camera is doing all types of craziness. I can already tell it's still not syncing up, but whatever. I just got to get these messages out for you guys, so bear with me here. If you already are married to this person or have been in a long-term committed relationship, you may already have kids. This could be talks of adding another to the mix in terms of children. They want to keep you safe. Again, it's very nurturing. It's very warm. It's very protected. You might be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is such a random message, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. So the movie Casper, there's this really sweet line where Casper falls in love with, the human girl, Christina Ricci's character. And he says something like, "Can I keep you?" And it's just very sweet. It's like, you're like my teddy bear. I just want to be there for you, and I want you to be there for me. And so something about nothing in tarot is for nothing, right? There's always a message and a metaphor to something. And I feel like, because I can't even say this without sounding like a complete yahoo, but it's like there's something about that relationship it could never be, right? He's a ghost, she's a girl, this, that, and the other thing. I'm not saying that per se, but I'm saying that there may have been a struggle in the relationship between you guys in the past of why it couldn't have been earlier on. And your person knows that. There is a somber energy to this where, as much as they can picture everything with you and they fantasize about it, I think there's a fear that you are not on the same page, or a fear that you're not going to, I don't want to say comply to their wishes, but essentially everything is just so perfect, and yet here's the thing, there's uncertainty though. So whose uncertainty is that? Is it their uncertainty that you feel that way? Or it could even be something like maybe they're married and they're in love with you, but that's what I mean. There's an element of, it sounds so finalized, and I don't mean for it to be, but I kind of hear it could never be. It could never be. Why is that? Because the energy is so beautiful, but there's something about it. This is the assessment card, the Seven of Pentacles. Will the seeds I've planted, will they grow? Will they develop? Will they blossom? Will they bloom? Will they nourish me, right? If they're crops. I think your person is either indecisive about settling down with you long term, though that completely contradicts the other cards. Really, I think they're concerned that you have reservations, or again, there's some factor in the situation that makes it very hard or nearly impossible. Could even be that you guys live at a distance from each other. Because overall their energy is very beautiful, but I all of a sudden I'm picking up on something very sobering, somber, very heavy-hearted. You may be very good friends with this person's family, and vice versa. You might know them. Yeah, there's a sense of waiting. Somebody could be, somebody could be on vacation or traveling at a distance. Okay, this person may work a job that requires them to travel quite a bit, and so you're worried that you would never see them. That's sort of what I mean by it could never be. I'm not saying ever, but there are obstacles right now, and your person is very heavy-hearted about it. It may be is it worth waiting for? Yes, it is. Spirit says yes, it absolutely is. Will there be a victory? Yes, eventually. But with all the earth energy, it's very slow moving. You have 4 cards that are pentacles. And there's frustration, there's stagnancy, there's a lack of growth, or needing to mix it up or spice it up, or I don't even know if it's that, because again, your person seems just fine and dandy and pleased as punch with you. So again, if that's not any making sense, it might not be your message. They might be growing tired of waiting, Sagittarius. They're wondering if they're ever going to get their prize. I feel like I'm reading for the cross watchers on Sagittarius. I can already kind of vibe or feel that vibe. They want you to acknowledge them more. I think they are worried, whether this is true or not. In their mind, they sense a growing gap or a distance. But solidarity, I just heard. They see a solid future with you. They think you're very attractive. It might be that they are ignoring the things they don't like about the situation. And this isn't bad per se, but in a sense, it's like they're making a heart over head decision. They want this because their heart tells them so. But in terms of figuring out the details of how you guys could make it work, that's where they tend to either get very stuck in their feelings, or they choose to not even like disregard that entirely. We'll make it work. We have to. We're soulmates. Again, there's pieces of the puzzle here that are frustrating. I'm not saying that it won't work out eventually. And in fact, I think it will. I think it's going to fit just fine. But in the meantime, there's a frustration in wanting to see you or be with you more. But overall, in their assessment, what's this is? I have to at least acknowledge that we're using Golden Girls Tarot, right? Because it's wacky, it's fun, it's adorable. The wish fulfillment card is coming up in their assessment. They know what they want. They think you're delicious, Sagittarius. They want to break bread with you. They want to sit down and buy a dinner table and share a house, and they want to get together and have a good time with you. They're very passionate about you. They love you. They see you going places. They want growth. They sense a spiritual connection with you. But you're holding back on communication, or they're worried that their thoughts and feelings are not necessarily mirrored. Yeah, they're worried that you're on the opposite side of the fence or something like that. Let's look at your energy. This is already a long one. I'm sorry, guys. So what the universe wants you to know about this. 2 of Pentacles and the Fool. Sagittarius, you're like flying away on your broomstick. Oh gosh, these readings this week are tricky energies. And I was about to say, I've gotten the Tower card in every reading, and you have one coming up, so. Oh, this is an interesting message, actually. So, my initial thought was to say that you're juggling 2, and you're going to move away to take time to decide. That might be true for some of you. I actually think if you look at this Fool, there's distress there. It's not easy breezy lemon squeezy. It's not that hopeful, optimistic, Fool, new adventure, clean slate, blank page. It's actually saying to me, you would be foolish to walk away from this. You're right. Things are changing. It's not the same way it used to be before, because it's almost like you've graduated to the next level. There is major accomplishment here in terms of this relationship. Maybe you've never dated someone like this before. Maybe you've never found a partner where you actually would consider or entertain the idea of marriage. And here I think you are. It's like you're trying to understand how that could work or where it would fit in your life. In fact, I think for a lot of you, that's the major piece of the puzzle. How do we make it work? And again, that could mean a lot of different things to different couples out there. I don't necessarily think it's a lack of love. I think there's obstacles in between your guys' relationship right now. And in a sense, the 2 of Pentacles is the juggler. For most of you, it's not indicating people. It's that you're trying to make it work. You're trying to balance your 72-hour-a-week career, or, whatever. That may have been a dumb example, but it's like you're trying to balance too much at once, and so it's almost becoming a burden or stressing. I don't even know if it's stressing you out. It's troublesome. It's worrisome, because I don't think you want to lose this person. What I was getting at, though, is I think Spirit is saying it would be foolish of you to walk away from this just when the going gets tough. There's a reason why your 2 lives have merged together. That's what this is, too. Your person is thinking about marriage. That's what I get. And I sort of get they're willing to wait for you, but the longer they wait, there's this really beautiful sense of, I'm going to put on a good face for my Sagittarius. I want them to know I'm here for the long haul. I don't want to pressure them. I don't want to needle them and make them feel manipulated. It's like, oh, it's fine. I'm good. Don't worry about it. But on the inside, they're like, oh, like I can't wait too much longer because I really love this person. I want to be with them. I'm not saying your lack of commitment, but essentially you guys trying to figure out how to make this work. Their anxiety is growing that you've had a change of heart. I'm not really sensing that. I do think some of my Sagittarians in the past have had issues with, essentially when the going gets tough, your natural gut reaction is to leave, to flee, because some of my Sagittarians don't want to deal with that heavy energy. They don't want to have the difficult conversations. Here's the thing, for this person, I think you're sticking around to do that. You're not enjoying it. You'd rather just have fun all day, right? And not have to have like the heavy, serious conversations. I think you are open to the idea of having it with this person though, because they do actually mean something to you. In fact, I think you, even if your gut reaction was to distance yourself and step away, whether you did that or not, maybe you did, maybe you were like, I think I just need to take a break, whatever. It's almost like the greater distance between you guys, the more heavy and burdensome it got. It was almost like by trying to work through the pieces together, at least there was comfort in knowing that you were a team. It almost seems like if you stray off on your own, it's just foolish. It's more burdensome. That's just what I'm getting here. Yeah, especially for those who did go off on their own. The star card in reverse, strictly by the depiction, it's like reroute, turn around, go back. And I'm not saying this with any bias or judgment. Again, certainly you were always in the driver's seat. But if you relate to this message, Sagittarius, you may have decided to take a break from this person when it got really heavy, when the going got tough, right? You are still this person's wish fulfillment. They think the absolute world of you, particularly your Taurus and maybe your Pisces, possibly a Leo is involved here too. I think in the long term, you're going to recognize, I'm hearing ain't no mountain high enough. And that's exactly on point. Ain't no mountain high enough to keep me from getting to you, babe, right? I think whether you choose to take time apart, whether you choose to work through it, you recognize this is your star card. This is your wish fulfillment, the major arcana. This is a heavy hitter. It could also indicate, I don't sense third party stuff here, so I really don't. So I don't want to make it that. But yeah, I mean, if you are dealing with an Aquarius, they're showing up in your heart. You have an Aquarius in your heart. If it doesn't have to do with an Aquarius, it's saying even when you're apart, even if it's just a business trip, right? You guys are still a couple. You can't wait to rush back into each other's arms. You do have love for this person, Sagittarius. So then here comes your Tower though, right? Let's see what that's about. You have the Tower in your action as well as a Page of Cups. And then you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So you have the Ace of Wands up right here with your energy. You have passion for your assessment person too, your Seven of Pentacles. This is you, whether you're male or female. Your underlying energy under that passion, that person is showing up in your spread. But yeah, there's obstacles here. Something about this may involve a temptress, I'm hearing. I don't know what that's about. A Capricorn. Someone may have struggled with infidelity of the past. Again, I don't think that's so much anymore, but that could have been a wedge or a blockage in the relationship. And again, I'm not condoning that behavior. I'm just reading the cards as they present here. For those who did decide to leave, again, you have to go with your gut instinct. For a lot of you, though, I see you as returning to this person who you end up feeling is your wish fulfillment. You're having to put out a lot of fires. It seems like things come toppling down when you lose that partner in your life that feels like a soulmate. Images you see remind you of them. You think you hear them every now and then. It's like when they're missing in your life, you truly realize how much you really want them and need them. And there may have been a fear of getting trapped in old patterns where you were staying with people for the right reason. I do think this is the dawning of a new day. I think you'll come to realize this person is much more than just a temptress or the male version of that. Do you know what I mean? This person is more than just a hit it and quit it. They do have intentions for the long term. And maybe in your head you tried to justify it as a fleeting thing. It's passing. It's almost like they captured your heart and you didn't want them to, or you didn't realize that had happened. What I'm trying to say is I think you caught deeper feelings for them than you realize. I feel like I'm speaking to the cross watchers. It's very unusual. So again, feel free to reverse the energy. If one storyline makes sense to you, but the other doesn't, you might need to reverse them. Somebody may have had to move away to be closer to their child, again, possibly in like a past relationship, and they're missing the fire and the spark they felt with I almost want to say to you, cross watcher, but this could be to you, Sag. Hold on. I'm going to throw some clarifiers on that. There's like a lot coming up. There may be a younger water sign that's wanting to reach out to you. There may have been a parting gift. If you guys separated or broke up, someone may have given an object. I don't know if it was a photograph or a piece of jewelry or almost like a I'll always be in your life type of thing. And that person, again, whoever was the receiver of that gift, they carry it around, and there's like an energetic, this sounds so unusual, like an energetic vibration to that article of clothing, that piece of something between you. It's something like I keep getting a parting gift. Yeah, it reminds them of their, if this, whatever. I just heard it reminds them of their lady fair, right? Like I don't know what it would be, but it starts a fire in their heart, but there's a sense of guilt or remorse about not being able to see you more or be with you more. Sagittarius, we were doing so well. What's going on? There's more struggle on your end, which, God help me, I feel like that is the case for my Saggies a lot. And I love the Sagittarian group. You guys are so much fun, but I hate to relay the heavy messages. What is gumming up the works here? There might be something going on with an Aquarius. You have a couple cards indicating that. You're very passionate about a Scorpio, some of you, particularly a female Scorpio. The unseen to the untrained eye. The color of someone's eye, I don't know what that's about. And also the vision, seeing a vision with someone, seeing a future with them. Okay, this makes sense. What's that saying? Okay, in Clueless, this is silly, but it serves a purpose. She has something of like, oh my God, like that person's a total Monet, and someone's like, what does that mean? It's like, well, like up close it's nice, but when you step back, it's like a hot mess or something. It has to do with like the visualization of when you're in the moment. It's like the reverse. When you're in the moment, if it makes sense, when you step back and separate yourself from it, it just doesn't anymore. Or the opposite. When you're I think it's really this. When you're in the thick of it and your person's like, want to get married? Or whatever, vice versa. In the moment, your person is like, oh my God, marriage, and how can we this would change everything. And yes, it would. It has to do with a change in perspective. When they distance themselves from the person they love, they come to realize, I can't imagine not spending my life with you. So this actually really is a beautiful message. One of the two people coming up in this spread have a few more things they need to work through. But if they're not seeing it now, I think they will. Because you're their rock. That's so cute. You're their stone. It's written in stone. It's written in the stars. I'm even getting like marriage rituals and performance, like ceremonial type stuff. I'm not a reader that likes to paint false hope. I'm very careful with the messages I say. And I mean, flat out, general disclaimer, it's not going to be everyone's message. But yeah, the way this is coming together, there's a change in perspective, and the person who initially sees the victory, they're there for the long haul. I don't always love giving that message of putting your life on delay. In fact, I'm not saying that. But if you know you want to marry this person and you're down to give them a little bit of breathing room, I'm not saying all the Sagittarians are going to flee and break up with you, but they may need to do like a little bit of like spiritual awakening to go off and discover some truths about themselves, about the situation, about you. I do think they're going to come back. It's almost like it's a treacherous journey on their own. Again, don't do fear-based readings. That's just how the messages are coming. If they're at a distance, particularly a long distance, again, traveling for business, they're going to communicate with you that when you're not around, they're heavy-hearted. They're all up in their feels. Yeah, something about fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, which obviously is you. There could be communication with another fire sign and bringing healing to something with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There is very likely an ending for some of you in store, and you're going to try and tough it out. You're going to try and fight the energy, but you're going to have that illumination that you want a reconciliation, that you want a reunion. Because you guys are magic together. You're going to make it work, particularly with a Virgo. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Sagittarius.